of diseases. In this review, I'm going to explain why I think he's the best prankster. Well, obviously, the first and foremost reason is his use of perfect impulse control. What impulse control means is your ability to restrain yourself from doing something that you normally would feel an urge to do. In this case, it is the use of proper speech and sense control of the tongue. I've seen at least 20 to 22 videos, and in each video, he always is very respectful and doesn't use F words. He says F-I-C-K, uh, fudge, but he doesn't say it. I'm so respectful that I won't even spell it out, but you know the F word that I'm talking about. In any case, he even doesn't use the S word when he gets angry, which is even better because that means not only are you not swearing, but you're also not using even lesser swear words, especially if kids are there. Now, this is where Balin fails pretty badly and miserably. I have to be honest, he's got the worst impulse control, really terrible. While we had a debate on Instagram, he he claimed he never said F to any customer. I thought he did in one video, but he cleverly edited it to make it appear that in the discussion with the customer, he was the one who said F you. But if you look at the full footage on IG, which is unedited, he didn't really say that. What happened is the customer swore at him, and he was pretty polite and asked him to have a nice day at the end, which was very respectful. And he tricked me. He was the one who pranked me. So I felt a bit guilty, but he said it's okay not to worry. Well, anyway, going back to Dizzy, he always makes me feel comfortable because I know that he'll never use the F word, and it must be hard when you're around people like Kyle, Dizzy, even TJ, because how do you stay in that environment listening to them swear a lot, especially Balin and Kyle, who are irated as the worst. TJ still bad, but relatively better, and still very crude. I'm going to roast him on a couple of videos he did. Can you claim someone's a Karen? Well, yes, but you have to be 100% in the right. I've seen videos of Couch Daddy who claims this Karen gets upset, Karen does that, and I'm going to sue you. But that's a load of nonsense because if you provoke someone in a prank, they have a right to react, to get angry, and if you're going to be using vulgar words, saying you P words, you MF, like he did in the baseball prank, talking trash talk. Of course, you're going to have angry reactions from people, and they'll be justified. You won't be justified. In a court, it's going to be very hard to justify your actions because you initiated the abuse. You can say it's a prank, but you don't have to go to the extremes to be funny. This is where again Dizzy is the best. And he also apologizes, which I respect a lot, even when people get offended for no reason at all, which are the harmless pranks, the friendly ones, and the ones that are really decent and affectionate in an immature way, of course. I mean, I understand you like to be immature, which is okay. And of course, people will laugh at you if you do it in a respectful way. Most people have a sense of humor and won't get angry, touchy. Of course, you're always going to meet the odd one or two who will react badly, but that's why I like him and Chumpy Twins because they go out of their way to apologize, even though they're not doing anything offensive, uh, inappropriate to upset people. And this is where again Balin falls short, along with Kyle. Yes, sometimes they say it's a joke, it's a prank, we're messing with you, but I still think they have to be more mature and thoughtful in the beginning because you can't just be so crude in some of these pranks and expect people to be chill because generally it doesn't work like that. If it was the other way round, that would be interesting to see how you'll react. Would you be chill? And for how long? That would be the real test because some people can dish it out but can't take it as well and get upset. And some people chill both ways. But in Balin's case, I know he's got this intense energy about him, which, of course, he wins over Dizzy and Kyle and TJ and most other pranksters. But having this intense energy is not everything. It's good for people to have a reaction and probably look at the prank and be surprised. But it's no good if you're constantly dropping F bombs and doing it for no reason, sometimes just swearing with your friends about your friends. It's not really on. It's immature. You might say you're just having a laugh, but I don't feel it's necessary to be funny and using these F words like 20 times in your pranks. You can do pranks, you can not swear, you can still be funny, you can still get people to like you, you can still have a bigger audience. And again, I'm going to praise Dizzy because he fully deserves this. I don't know how he puts up with the immature swearing and still doesn't follow your example and swear. The same thing with Chumpy twins. I think they must have some divine protection, energy over them, because a lot of other people will feel tempted to go about swearing with you, like Jack, who I called out in a previous video because he was doing very immature and harassing pranks which were not acceptable, and I feel he was influenced by Couch Daddy. So that's another video. But yes, I just have to say Dizzy is so amazing, and I hope he always keeps this up and doesn't ever lose that respect and culture and consideration and empathy, sympathy, all the good qualities and cheerfulness, affection. Well, he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And for sure, he should keep this up. The immaturity is funny. I think he wins in NoFap too. I don't see him doing these bad, obscene gestures, respecting his body. This is what being a Christian is all about too, having respect for your body, mind, spirit, soul, uh, taking care of yourself and respecting what God gave you. So I think he's a very decent guy, and he's humble too because in his live IG stream he mentioned he's not perfect, and that's really nice of him because I feel in his pranks he's perfect. Well, relatively speaking, but he's the best I've met. And I am a very honest person. And if he had done something immature, not only immature but inappropriate, I would have definitely called him out. But I couldn't because I didn't see anything that was totally inappropriate or even borderline inappropriate. He's really mindful and really respectful, and I have to give him full credit. And he likes doing this. Maybe he can teach Balin and some of the other guys to tone down the aggression and not to swear so much. I respect the fact that he said he does it for his grandmum and he goes to church because that's really considerate, and a lot of people will respect him for that. I saw some other comments on IG who said this exact same thing that I said. He doesn't swear, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't smoke. But the main thing is he doesn't swear, which was top of the list. And that's where he excels. I know with Balin, he says don't do drugs, don't smoke, and all of that, but he can't say don't swear because he does it. So that's where he falls down. Whereas Dizzy can claim all of that plus no swearing, as can I. So, Balin, you have to learn from Dizzy, and Dizzy is just so good. And I'm sure for Christmas he'll probably do a few more. but I'm sure that he would never change this style, because this style is just the exact thing that a prankster should be like, without going to the extreme and blurting out F words, which for me dilutes the whole thing. Well, anyway, I hope he sees this and he responds. I think this is one of the longest videos I've done. I'm not a YouTuber, not an expert. I'm still learning, but he must be happy with these sort of videos, and I'm sure he'll give his honest opinion as well. I would like to hear from him. I think him and Chumpy Twins should do a collaboration together. That would be fun. Well, anyway, I think I've said enough here. Food for thought. So I'm going to end this video now, and I hope he sees this. And okay, that's it. Bye for now.